A friend of mine was telling me about a concert that he attended, and in fact, it was some tickets that he bought for someone that it was an artist or a group that this person really loved. And he said, well, I think I'll get some tickets. This person will really enjoy. And they went out to the concert, and I think it was a big fairgrounds area. And as my friend described it, he said, once they began, he realized that he had made a terrible mistake. Not a mistake in getting the tickets, because he wanted this person to have those tickets, but a terrible mistake in attending this concert, because it was something that he didn't enjoy. And he used some beautiful words here. He said, "It wasn't for me." Now, what I like about that is he really didn't make a judgment about the music, about the artists, about the tastes, about the people. He just simply said, this was not for me. And I want you to think about that as you look around, look about, and you make some decisions about what is right for you and what isn't right for you. And also when someone gives you advice, gives you guidance, you have to be able to understand that some things are right for some people and some things are not. This is an important thing to understand, because let's say you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to figure out what kind of product to offer the marketplace. You could easily make a judgment about a product and say, well, this is a basic thing, no one will want this. Or this is something that's too advanced, no one will want this. Or this is something that is not in vogue right now, no one will want this. And what you realize when you are out there is that there are people that have various levels of taste. They have various levels of development in whatever they do. They have various levels of standards in what they do. And frankly, there are very few products that can't be sold successfully. There are products that won't necessarily sell from automated. They won't sell without good salesmanship or sales skill. But there are products that, even though they might not have certain merits, they will sell because there are people who like them with the right messaging, the right conversation, the right diligence. They will sell. People have different tastes, they have different preferences, they have different interests. And that's an important lesson to understand when you are marketing. While you might have a judgment about something, while you might look at someone's performance and you might say that person doesn't have much skill, or you might listen to something and say this isn't refined, or you might look at a selection, a product choice that someone has made, and you might say you could do a lot better than that. There are people who will be quite satisfied with the product or service. So one thing you learn as an entrepreneur and as a sales professional is you sell people what they want, not what you think they need, not what you would like for them to have. You sell people what they want. When you learn how to sell what people want, your business will be more successful, because you'll learn how to tap into desire, how to tap into interests, how to tap into triggers, how to tap into what matters to whom. And you have to put yourself in the seat of the customer. You have to imagine what it is that's important to them. What do they think about? What do they care about? Who are they? How do they see the world? This is what sells products and services. It isn't based on your standard. It isn't based on your development. It isn't based on your experience. It isn't based on your knowledge of what's better. It's based on what the person wants to buy. Now, If you are selling a product or service that is of a very high level and you are willing to educate your audience, and you should be, you can develop clients. You can develop them. You can develop their tastes. But they might still choose something that is less expensive, lower quality. They might still have a preference for that. So I want you to understand this on two levels. First is how it relates to working with clients. Now the other piece of this is how people look at what you're doing as an entrepreneur, because some people will look at what you're doing and say, why are you doing that? Why aren't you doing something better? Why aren't you doing something more sophisticated? I know an entrepreneur, and he used to use this messaging in his marketing, and people would say to him, why are you saying that? Why are you doing that? And his reaction was, because it works. This was a sophisticated guy, and the way he was marketing, others felt, was not sophisticated. But it worked, because he was speaking to the way his potential customers, his prospects, saw the world. So remember this when you start to evaluate what other people are doing, when people evaluate what you're doing, and most important, when you evaluate what the customer wants. Forget about judgment. Forget about what might be right for you. Think about what's right for them and the way they think. As my friend said, this wasn't for me, meaning that it was for someone else. And it's wonderful to see that a business can prosper and can attract customers even though it's something that might not be for you. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you like it. Share it with someone in your network. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more coming, a lot more here, and I'll see you next time.